build something they didn't have before. Trust, mutual trust. I would have not imagined 2 months ago that they would have been sitting in such an intense... Hello. You're welcome inside, of course. Let me say again how much I truly enjoyed being here in Geneva during these 4.5 years, and how much I always felt that both the UN headquarters and the people of Geneva and my colleagues have been just making a very impossible mission a very non-difficult one. Every conflict is quite different. Each of them has a different connotation. Probably the last one is always the most difficult one, and probably Syria was and is the most complicated one. So many players, so many different agendas. So the first one is do your homework. In other words, know exactly with whom you're dealing and what are the motivations, the background, the ethnical aspect, the political one, the geographic ones. Second one, be patient. Because, as the Secretary General said one day to me also, one of the most good qualities of a politician, but in particular mediator, are 7 actually. Patience, 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 and patience. True. At the same time, that means listening to everyone. But at the same time, be principled. That's why we work for the UN. You have principles. Patient doesn't mean accepting and taking for a guaranteed truth what people are telling you, or any type of delay. The next point would be include civil society. Include women. There has been such a lack of seeing women involved in any type of mediation at the sides of the fighters. Most of the times they are men, and men who speak on their behalf, but don't really say what they, women, feel in the country in a conflict. And then I would say, at the last probably point for a mediator, is to never forget that you cannot afford the luxury of being frustrated. Geneva has something very special, I have to say. First of all, let me be biased, because we have an extremely proactive Director General who has been contributed to making this building even more a center for credible negotiations. Second, we have a tradition in this building which is full of history and is extremely inspiring. One, in the failures that the UN or the League of Nations had, and also in what the UN represents. Looking at, from this window, at the Mont Blanc, at the nature and what life should be, peaceful, regulated, no violence, is certainly a reminder to those who come here when they come from conflicts. I would say also the fact that it's not only the UN here, but UN agencies, the ICRC, humanitarian and human rights environment, all being available in order to support, contribute, or be involved if there is a need in a negotiation. So the package is perfect.